what was the kind of Syriac language, Ephraim's language, from a linguistical point of view? How would you assess the Syriac nature of Saint Ephrem? It was definitely before the bifurcation into East Syriac and West Syriac. So his language and the current East Syriac version, how would you make a comparison?
I'm not sure I caught the question quite, but Ephrem he's one of the first major Syriac writers that we have. He is obviously writing in a long tradition of writing very elaborate poetry, highly sophisticated, but what we don't have is anything about his antecedents. We know one or two names, but that's all. So this is a mystery, and we will probably never know. But it's clear that Ephrem is not an innovator in this sense. He is drawing on a tradition of writing poetry in many different meters, but he does so in his own brilliant way. And so his poetry is not easy to read, especially for a modern reader. It's not narrative, it's highly symbolic. It moves very swiftly from one topic to another. You have to keep your mind very alert. It's full of allusions to biblical passages. Clearly, he knew the biblical text exceedingly well. There's a lovely poem of his where he has a dialogue between death and Satan. And death and Satan each quote a biblical verse showing that each side is stronger than the other in its influence over humanity, human beings. Well, this is Ephrem is playing with this. He uses some very obscure biblical passages, which most modern readers would need to look up in a concordance to locate. But clearly the devil and Satan, in Ephrem's mind, knew the biblical text just as well as he did. So that's just an indication of the way that Ephrem works. Ephrem has his own humor. Realize this humor. Which is very important, because if you take Ephrem too seriously, it gives the wrong impression. He is someone who is alive to nature, alive to the world around him, and alive to good jokes.